Hello, it is Esther from ecochamber coming at you with a video. This is going to be a video with whatever length it is, and we're just going to be diving into the research. So, it sounds like I'm saying things without really connecting the dots. I realized that for ecochamber I took a break from spring 2025 when I realized I did not meet the goal of raising $5 million to help grow good gardens. And a lot of questions were raised, like, what does it mean to grow a good garden? How do you make sure that that money is going towards it? How are people participating? What incentivizes people to take care of the gardens? Where are these gardens located? How do people participate? There were a lot of questions, and to be honest, I did not know how to answer these. But in this video, I'm going to do my best to kind of break down where we're at, and we'll actually do the first step together. So I'm looking forward to that. So I have my handy dandy notebook here, and I'm going to zoom out a little bit because yeah, you're seeing the whole space a little bit more. So all right, so the few things to look at and to observe that I'm going to be using the double diamond of design. If you don't know what the double diamond of design is, that's okay. I'll pull it up for you right now so that you can see, and we're going to go through it. This is a process a lot of product designers use to iterate and go through creating a new product, testing it. So I hope that if you are new to the design process, this will maybe help you. So here is a little bit more about the double diamond of design. Let's just go ahead and let's blow this picture up. Alright, they kind of blocked it, but here it is. So you start with the discovery phase, and in this phase, things get bigger. And I'm actually going to change windows, and I'll make this a little bit bigger as well. Okay. So when you start with the discover phase, you are taking in a lot of information. This is you gaining insight into the problem, and that's where we are today. And if you want to read more, this looks like a pretty solid link. Really fun. I love to use this not just for creating products, but it's a great tool for consulting and really getting an understanding for whatever goal you have in mind of how to get to the other side. Okay, so right now we're at the discover phase for ecochamber, and you might be wondering, well, Esther, I think you have discovered a lot. Well, we're going to be going a little bit deeper into the discovery process now, and the hope is that we can use the information that ecochamber has gathered over the past 2 years, and that will help educate us on the direction that we should go, and will help us with the next step of the double diamond of design, which will be to define. And I love that I can, so we're gonna define next week or by Monday hopefully. But yeah, so I'm gonna start off by brushing through all of the media platforms I have. And I'm just going to go through that as best as I can with you to document what we learn, and hopefully if I need to, I can transcribe this video and the notes from it to further help me with the decision-making process later down the road for the define section. Okay, so here is ecochamber's website. Now, I actually have another website that is also ecochamber, and that's the first one. So we're gonna go through what we can, because why not? And I will go through all of the pieces that I have, hopefully today, or as many as I can. And hopefully we'll get a better understanding by the end of this. That's my biggest hope. Okay. Let's just move that down. Alright. Oh, you can't see me. So... nice. Yeah, we have a couple here, and I wanted to start off with one that was the first website that I really made for ecochamber. And this is on Webflow. I used Webflow because I liked it, and I still do. So, I'm noticing some reactivity, a little interesting there. I love this website. I'm thinking I want to go back to it because it's just so simple. But of course, I got a lot less feedback on this first website. So what am I looking to discover right now? Well, I'm looking to discover what I like, what went right, what didn't go right, and to better understand what the real problem is that ecochamber was looking to solve. So keeping in mind the whole time that the main thing that we are here to bring about is how to solve this problem. And if there's a problem, then, you know, and if I can help solve it, then let's do this. Let us continue. So, discover the problem. I'm going to keep this in pretty big text because I want us to remember what we're here to do. Discover the problem. I'm not here to make solutions. And I think that what happened was I started thinking so deeply into what I wanted it to be. I wasn't really listening to what it is that I'm here to help with. So we believe in growing gardens to make local produce more accessible. So what is the problem? Local produce isn't that accessible. Okay. I had this monthly and yearly button, and just a very small how you can do it. I think it was pretty nice. I think there's still a lot more to do though. So I'm gonna jump in to see the paper. And this is a Notion page that I made. Let's see if I define what the problem is anywhere. A Bible verse described, again, the kingdom of heaven is like a treasure hidden a field, the which when a man has found he hideth, and for joy thereof goes and sell all that he has and buys that field. Okay. We're here to cultivate communities, regenerate land, and heal mankind. Okay. Because you should know why we're here, what we do, and how you can help. And then it's just empty. I see a problem here. Is this what I'm here to solve? Can I solve it? Do I have the capacity to solve it? Check out the plan for 2023. Nothing. Okay. This one says, welcome to ecochamber. So there's a website. Hey, you're early to join. What is this place? A platform promotes food security and community stability by providing resources needed to grow fresh produce in local communities. Providing resources needed to grow fresh produce in local communities. So, what I'm gonna do is actually going to just go ahead and start brain dumping stuff. I think that's the best thing to do. So let's log out. So I'm gonna go ahead and yep. Okay. All right. So Milanote is a interesting. These should be. Let's just go ahead. Oh my gosh, I think it makes them both the same. So I'm not a fan of that. I like to have one of each. But they both are changing, so not a fan of that. Well, then we only need one window. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'll go back to Arc. I'm like figuring out how to go back and forth between the two. I'm going to go ahead and make a board. This is going to be the Discover board. Okay, I couldn't even spell that correctly, but that's okay. Alright, so now we're here, we're discovering the problem. Got it. We're gonna go ahead and add a note. And while I'm going through these, I'm going to copy anything that I think helps me understand the problem. So before I even do that, let's get another note in here and just make it very, very clear that this is discover what problem you can solve. I'm gonna say you are faced with. I think it's important to be clear that we're not looking to make a solution at all. We don't even want to use that word at this point because it can be a bit blinding, and subconsciously you'll push this agenda of what problem do I already have a solution for versus what problem people who grow gardens I like to say good gardens are faced with. So now this helps a lot. It's a little bit clearer. It's a little bit easier for us to have a good central point. So everything that we're looking at now is just what is the problem with why some gardens become abandoned, why it may be hard to maintain them, and that's gonna help a lot. So I'm not gonna spend too much more time on the ecochamber platforms. I'm just gonna see if I can find anything that talks about the problem in there, and then we're gonna move on. So let's go through. I think this Notion's gonna be the best bet. It's the oldest things I have, so so it really just talks more about how we work. This is good. So you think about who it is for, and I think this is a good this is just really good to have this little business planning sheet. So it has a little bit of information on each, and we can use that for discovering the problem that I initially started with. So I'm going to go ahead and paste that in there. Okay, so let's see what we have next. Okay. So, how we work. Summarize, we want everyone on Earth to have access to produce and a safe space to cultivate community conditions. Earth is changing, and how we connect with our community and Earth should too. I like that. I think that's nice. I'm just gonna go ahead and with for everyone, just paste it in. Just throw it in there. This is another infographic, but it doesn't really say anything about the problem. So this might have a little bit more information. It's a blurry. Let's see. ECO stands for Environmentally Conscious Organization. Chambers created from space, blah, blah, blah. Do I talk about... Well, I do like this. Ecochamber demonstrates the potential of alternative cryptocurrencies within the regenerative space. Dang, I like that, but that's not really a problem. As the world faces increasing challenges, exclusions of this organization offer a promising solution. So this is a problem. Getting community involved. I think this is definitely something I will grab, but this is a bit... it could be... I gotta like gray it out because it could be easily focused on, so we want to make sure it's not. Alright, so let's do a little bit more scrolling and then go values, compassion, clarity, creation. The vision is there, but is a problem where we're solving in the room with us. Okay, I think I started here, saw that. Membership application. Okay, yeah, I should look at if we have that information. All of the surveys. So I'm gonna pull that up as well. And also just double check because okay. So I'm looking through my drive right now, and I'm just looking for anything that I can use. Anything that... And I'm specifically going to look at forums. I think that will be helpful. So let's see what we have here. I'm going to see if I can find the specific forum. Oh, ecochamber DAO, that's it. Okay, let's see if we can find you. I found you. Oh my gosh, I got 42 responses. They gave their full name and their zip code, so I'm not showing this information, but you can kind of see here, like, there's some stuff. So we're gonna look at the roles, resources, What do you value? How often do you see yourself? Did I ask nothing about problem, like what the problem is? Anything else you'd like to know? Okay, let's focus on, is there anything else you'd like to know about ecochamber? I think that's where I'll find the most experience. So let's look at that. So 35. 83% said that they're willing to invest time, their skills, and their money. And they highly value connections within community and regenerative resources. That's very cool. Okay, how often do you see yourself contributing? Monthly, quarterly, or yearly? Definitely. Not many people, one person said daily. So, yeah, it looks like people are not looking, they're looking for something they can come back to once a month or once a quarter or once a year, but not really every day. Okay. All right. So, I think I asked a lot of crypto bros because they're purchasing crypto. 64% have a self-custody wallet. Only 14% said I'm unfamiliar with crypto. And I founded Blockchain University, which is pretty crazy, and one is a blockchain developer. Very funny. Alright, so is there anything else you'd like to know about ecochamber? I said it above, but I love to have a couple of chats and see if there's some synergy we can work on. If not, I love this project and I still love to be involved, even if we don't work together. I'm a plant fanatic, my house and yard are full. Do you need help from a back-end developer? Okay, so the vision was not that clear because the problem wasn't that clear. Wow. So a lot of people actually reached out and they're like happy to collaborate, but I'm not really seeing a problem. Okay, so let's go on to the next. I'm just now looking through all of the... Okay. Alright, so I actually got people that signed up. Oh my gosh. I did the Eco Chamber DAO, Chamber check-in. I think it was just me. Yeah, okay. Chamber creation. I think my mom and sister did this one. Okay. So I don't see very much there. I think the best part would be the platform beta access. But I only get their name, their email, and if they're currently growing or contributing to a garden. 60 say 2 out of 3 said yes. 1 said looking for land. That's pretty good. That's the only thing I would say is somewhat significant or could help with what we're trying to do. So I'm gonna go ahead and screenshot that. So it will be a little, not much, but I think it's important. Just capture what you can, right? Especially when you can. Okay. Alright. So I think that's it for the drive. I don't know if I have anything else in there that I should look over. Let's take a look. Maybe the focus group. I did do the focus group and I think that was pretty good. Okay. Maybe it's shared. Okay. So now I'm looking at the focus group. And we're looking at what everybody wrote. I asked what, personal, what does success look like to you for the community garden, and how can you contribute to that success? What natural resources in the garden do you value most? Location, opportunity, produce. Okay, so I have the full script, and I think it was pretty good, but I wonder... Okay, there should be one that's actually done. Okay. Alright, so the focus group, I need to do another focus group, I think. And I need to do, like, an actual question, like, what the problems were that I found. I think that could be really, really, really helpful. Also gonna go on Milanote again. And I'm gonna see if I can log into different account. My personal account. Because I will transfer over some notes about ecochamber there. So you should be able to see this too. So we have a lot here. So I did take the liberty of organizing my notes on my Apple Notes into these long sections with the hopes that I can organize them a little bit more and have an idea of what I'm doing. So I zoomed out a lot just because I'm not totally sure again of what's on here. If there's anybody's personal information, so give me a second while I swap. So I think Notion is done. Notion is done. We're done with that. That's cool. That was fun. Membership, discover the problem. Like, this is a work in progress. Okay, so let me just check. See what we got here. I think I deleted any any personal information. So that's cool. Okay. So my hope is that I can take these notes in their entirety and move them over to the other one. Oh my gosh. I don't think it's liking that there's doing this on the same. So let's try to do this. I'm gonna log in on a different browser, so it's not, or yeah, continue. Okay. Oof. I'm gonna go back to ecochamber. Okay. Okay. What? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I am not trying to see your board. I'm trying to see my board, dog. Roof, roof. Oh my gosh. Okay. I don't know why I thought this was gonna be easier in my head. You know what, let's just roll through it and see if anything actually needs to go over. I'm gonna start with the longest one. I'm looking for what is a problem. Do I mention a problem? I see features, I see coin, I don't see the problem. Which is a problem in this case. It's nice, but well, where's the problem? We're about to break out of this because, yeah, I'm not really seeing a problem. Okay, so this is a weekly garden activation plan. I think this is quite nice, and I should write this down somewhere that's not just in the OneNote, because it's actually pretty good. I've been loosely following it, and it's okay. Okay. So nothing there that's significant that I'm gonna bring over. I'm just gonna allow myself to log out then. Oh shit. Oh snap. Okay. We saw this process again. We're doing it again. Okay. Okay, dokie. So here we are again. This is all of the stuff that we found that could be an even small problem. And, yeah, I'm just trying to condense a little bit. Okay. So there we go. We still have more. We still have more to do. Okay, so so far we got this from the websites. It's not much. 2 pictures, one of a chart, and a couple of words that really resonate with helping find the problem of how is there a problem providing resources needed to grow fresh produce in local communities. Okay, there's a problem. The earth is changing. How do we connect with our community and earth? That's kind of a little bit. I like it. Okay. I don't really like. Okay. I'm not a fan of that. If I can make this even more invisible, I will. Or maybe I should just get rid of it. Yeah, we're just gonna make it as small as possible because, like, yeah. This is the part. It's hard to find the problem sometimes. Okay, so let's go on to you. We have YouTube here. And I was just gonna see, like, I don't have that many videos on YouTube. I mean, this will be one of them. But, let's go ahead. Let's look at all the videos that we have, starting from the first one. And do we have any comments? do we go over a problem? Food seems to be far away. Okay. Theater mode. Okay. Food seems to be far away. Okay, so this was a big thing. I actually do have these slides. How do I want to take this? So, let's go ahead and see if I can open Keynote. And maybe I actually have these files. Okay, I think I found all of them. I think so. Every bit. Okay. So I'm gonna copy that. And so the whole inspiration was, according to the United Nations website, by 2050, global crop yields are estimated to fall by 10%, with some suffering up to 50% reduction. And that will lead to a sharp rise in food prices. So that's where I came in and started to figure stuff out from there. So I have like so many different versions of this. Okay, so let's go ahead and just drop it in there for now. So that's cool. I'm gonna go back. Let's see what else we have here. I love the thumbnails. They just make me so giddy. Alright. Apparently this is an actual video. A 1 hour long video. And my dog is involved in it. So I have an abstract somewhere out there. This is good. Let's just find this abstract. Would this be my executive summary or something? Let's go back to the video. It says abstract. Did I change the name or... I'm gonna like this because why not? So it looks like I literally based everything off of the one statistic. Prices are gonna rise. Oh my god, and I use ChatGPT. Oh my god, of course. What is the reason? Problem it addresses. So close. Wait. So close. Oh my god, problem it addresses. Ecochamber ignite script. Okay. Ignite. Okay. Yes! Okay, let's look at this. Alright, somebody went out here and corrected it, but... Food costs are increasing. Crop production is decreasing. Hunger is becoming more of a threat. High quality nutrition. So I'm focusing so much on the food. When that's not the main problem. I don't think that's the main problem at all. at all. I'm also just gonna like move this up, make it a little easier for me. Okay. So that's what I said was a problem. Oh, sorry. Essence of ethnobotany is a little different. Okay, so let's see. Is there anything different here? Processed. Okay, so this is also pretty good. And I'm just focusing on the problem. Gotta just focus on the problem. And to quote my, I suppose, favorite quote that I kept on reusing many, many times. The United Nations website seemed to be a big one for me. Okay. Okay. Just gonna italicize that. Oh, shines map. Okay. Alright. So these are the problems. Okay, that's actually a problem. Let's go. Yes. 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 Okay. So now, pretty sure I have a book of ecochamber stuff. It's like a whole book. If I can find it, that's gonna be a real blessing. Okay, found it. So we'll look over that book as well, and I'll let you join on this journey of looking at this book, and hopefully we'll find a little bit even more to look at. Okay. Trying to figure out where it is. Find her. Oh, right. Oh. There we go. Yeah. Okay, so this is my senior book that I did to better connect. Oh, I'm talking about the problem. Oh, this is so cute. Okay. Okay, that's kind of a problem. Throwing it in the problems that we've gotten so far. Okay, let's see if there's more that we can. This is too funny to me. I'm just gonna copy or try to drag a literal picture. Ah, can't drag it. I will have to pick it up. I'll have to find it. Yeah. Okay, so people were saying, I want to start my own garden, but I don't know how. How can I help the climate? This whole image, I'm gonna see if I can find it for a second. Alright, let's see if we can find it. Oh my gosh, I found it. That's great. Okay. Just gonna share that. So I'm getting close on time. It's been a little bit over 45 minutes. We'll see how much more we can do, because why not? Okay. Okay. Okie dokie. Artichoke. Let's go back and see if there's anything else. Can we say pollution is too much of the right stuff in the wrong place? How can we prioritize production? I kind of like that too. I realized looking back, I was so focused on the solution, and everybody was like, that's a great idea, that I got lost in the sauce, and I wasn't really paying attention, as much attention to what really matters, which is the problem that I'm here to solve. So I can say that. So I'm finding a few texts on the problem, and I'm pretty happy with that. So I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can share a few more images that help clarify the problem, and this is one of them. Ooh. Guys. Oh, there's my phone. Nice. Sweet. Okay. Okay, let's lock in. Lock in because you can, and you have the ability to do so. So we're gonna put that in there, and the problem. Ooh, I'm gonna try to keep all of the images on one side for now. Maybe I can scatter them in there. Maybe. I don't know. It might give my eye more to look at. I'm not sure. We'll see how it looks. Okay, and now I want to put this here. Okay, and now I want to put this here. And I'll move this down. I move this down. And that down. Okay, so we're getting there. It's starting to look like, okay, there's some thought process of what the problem is. Okay. So problem with the world. There are lots of great projects that get lost in the sauce with digital pollution. Bamboo is, it says in the States, illegal to buy and sell. How can we extract this plant effectively and use it, the byproduct, to create practical tools, food, regenerative? Hi, thank you for keeping me with you. Alright. Okay. So maybe this quote is not the best, but prickly. I have a cactus. I'm just kissing it so it can grow nice and big. This is where you will sit? Yeah? I hope so. Okay, back on track. Okay. So, okay. I'm also gonna note a few things of like what my coworkers have said when I asked them what the biggest problem they had with growing the gardens was, and they both gave different insight. So I think that's a good time to do that. Okay. Alright, so this is actually looking pretty good. We're getting there. We're definitely getting there. Things are starting to come together, and I'm happy with that. So let's do the more recent stuff on top. And okay, so what is the biggest problem you face with growing all of these gardens? And there are 9 of them. The first answer was Alexa's, and Alexa said, help. Manpower. Needed to tackle bigger areas. Time to, and the capacity, she specifically said, to get it all done. And then the other answer from Victor was to remember all of the gardens and tasks needed on a daily basis to maintain them. Okay. So this might be the best bit of information, this whole and I'm just gonna say they individually have their own gardens and do more than that. So yeah, manpower, the capacity to get it all done, like it's a lot. It can be a bit overwhelming to remember all of the gardens and tasks needed to maintain them. So I think that's pretty good open eye into the solution. gonna go on YouTube, see if there's anything else. So this is why I love documenting, because sometimes I just forget. It escapes my mind, and so I need to go back and, in this case, rewatch this stuff. So here we are again. So these are all different but the same, like all of these are different runs, and then I just shared the one that was the best, I think. Ecochamber progress, let's see. This is a demo. Oh my god. Okay. Wow. It's definitely encouraging to see all of this. It gives more context to what's going on, and I appreciate that. So then we had this. I did end up doing 300 push-ups. Yep. Okay, nights and weekends, community garden app. I'm looking if there's any comments. Nope. Okay. So I know that the short form stuff, I'll go back to it. What a chaotic energy. Essence of ethnobotany, building in public, task log, wow. I do rather like going live. Okay, so the task log, I'm not gonna get very much about the problem. Nobody commented. And ooh, I know I'm building in public. Okay, that was a good one though. That was a good one. Like, I do enjoy, so very nice. I don't think that's gonna give me, so I'm gonna now go to, I think TikTok. Oof, where can I find my TikTok actually? Let's go to Twitter first because it's a little bit older. And we'll see. Oh, give me a... Hello? Hello, can you hear me? Yeah, I can hear Levy too. Hello. Becky's on her way. Okay. Hello. Hello. Thanks for waiting, though, honestly. Appreciate it. Let's see. Oh! Alright, so this woman definitely is a great soul. And I appreciate it. I don't know who Jane Jacobs is, but Daly, Dr. Darby Bailey is amazing. Really great. Wow, this is very cool. Wow, this is amazing. Oh, she's just such an arsenal. Dr. Darby Bailey, congratulations, by the way, is such an arsenal of information. So, definitely going to be taking what she's sharing here, screenshotting it, and adding it to our base. This is also, for me, good to know that drone shots with marking up is helpful for people that are looking for that. So I'll definitely be sharing more of the gardens, and I love using the drone in this way. I'm going to be showing a not so pretty garden soon because I think that's also needed. Okay, so again, this is a good because it's a problem that doesn't really sound much like a problem, but it is, it's something. And, it's something that, oh, no, it's not, okay, there we go. It's something. It's definitely talking more about the luxury and, like, the essence of what we're aiming for. So, oh boy, it's been a little bit over an hour, but I did have a phone call, and I do have to go soon. But I feel pretty good. Oh my god, I'm falling back. Oh my god. Anyways, but this is good. Twitter is definitely a more technical space than TikTok, which those are the two platforms that I have left to really dive deeper and discover. So that's what I'm going to do next. But thank you for joining me on this, just live connecting and learning more about the problem. I really do appreciate it. So I will see you in the next video where we will be going over the other part of the double diamond of design, which is, can you guess? Can you guess? Can you guess? Come on now. It's going to be the define, and that's going to be really helpful, I think, having a actual video just for the define, and really deciding on what problem we're focusing on. This is so essential. If you're ever creating anything, focus on what problem you're creating that thing for. And thank you so much for joining me. This has definitely given me a lot more fodder for the flame to work with, to process, and to better understand. And I will see you in the next video. Godspeed. Happy growing. See you next.